Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Harakakadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, rule well, and Shalom to all the brothers doing work, sharing truth. Damn. We got this article on RT, and it's actually hilarious because it really shows how, bruv, the Karugma is going to get pushed out. It's people are really at the stage now where if it gets pushed out on a heavy scale, nationwide scale, if it's made mandatory, there's gonna be the resistance is gonna be small. So it says microchip your cat or face fines. UK government says, and obviously, it's for animals. They already did it. I think it's mandatory for dogs. Actually, no, I don't think it is. I don't think it's mandatory for dogs, but they've had it as an option for dogs for a while, and well, dogs and cats. There's one girl I used to work with. I know she's got her cat has she's got it chipped. But then what? It's something that's basically just normalizing the whole, chipping as tracking, and it's what they say for safety. Already it says the UK government has unveiled a compulsory microchip plan for domestic cats designed to make it easier to reunite lost pets with their owners. Those refusing to inject their feline with a chip will face fines of up to £500. Yeah, so it's gone from where it was just like an option, something you could decide to do, to what now? Yeah, if you refuse, you're getting fined, which is kind of insane when you think about it. Okay. The microchipping plan was unveiled by the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs on Saturday. The measure is said to enjoy overwhelmingly public support, with 99% of people backing the compulsory microchipping of pet cats, according to the government. That doesn't even sound right. Like, 99% of people are just like, yeah, I'll just chip my cat. I don't even know. UK task force calls for making pet abductions a criminal offence after dog napping surge during sea lockdowns. I remember there's a whole thing about what's her name's dog getting nabbed. What was I? Oh, what the hell was her name? Lady Gaga. Her dog got stolen. I think someone's trying to sell it for like $500,000 or something ridiculous. It says cats are much loved parts of our families, and making sure that they're microchipped is the best possible way of making sure that you reunite. So it's basically just being positively reinforced, and that's the thing. It's gonna become like, it's essentially like they're trying to make it a standard, to where it's like, yeah, if you're make it a standard, so that like if you're just looking at things like, okay, I wanna what do you call it? I'm just doing it for it's in the best interest of of everyone, that you basically make it so, oh yeah, we just get done. But then what? It's not just gonna apply to animals. That's gonna spread into wide angles and say, okay, look, they'll start with the infirm, the old people, whatever. They'll and they've already done these things. They say, look, you keep certain information on there, means you can just go in. They'll just scan your hand, or scan your arm, or scan your head, or whatever, and then from there it'll be safe. and that's afterwards it'll be spread. And that's the thing. It's like, bruv, making it mandatory for you to microchip your cat is kind of wild. Like, and it feels like it's come out of left field. Because even getting your pet chipped is like maybe the last 10 years that's been a thing, but it shows with the times as they are, and it's all off the back of what the pandemic. They said since the pandemic, it's like, oh, people have been getting the dogs nabbed. So this is what reunited with them. Okay, so cool. Wait, yeah. According to official statistics, the majority of British felines are already fitted with tracking microchips, with some 2.8 million out of more than 10.8 million pet cats not having one. At the same time, 8 out of 10 stray cats ending up at shelters do not have a microchip installed. So this this kind of shows how much of a fucking lunatic Esau is. Like, the guy is actually just trying to he's trying to have every cat in the UK accounted for and tracked. Are you going to be sending men out to go up and collect them and do X, Y, Z or whatever with them? Like, this is it's actually wild, man. I don't even know what the objective is, what the goal is, like what's meant to be being achieved. But that's Esau. Esau's got the minds of the people to where they're just kind of looking at things like, oh well, it's it's for the greater good of blah blah blah. Meanwhile, in reality, like what's actually going on here? It's just making society kind of accept, like, okay, yeah, just getting chipped, getting your pet chipped, then it'll be like, oh, maybe get your kid chipped. And that's what they had the the Black Mirror episode about with the Black Mirror episode with what's his face? Oh well, the Archangel, the basically get putting a chip in the head of the kid to where you can track them, and then have it where you could see through their eyes and all these things and filter certain things. So so it says, under the new rules, all cats will have to be fitted with a microchip before they reach the age of 20 weeks, with contact details of the owner stored in a database. Those owners whose cats happen to be without such a device will have a grace period of 21 days to fit their pet with a chip, after which failure to do so will be a fine of up to £500. So yes, it's actually mad, because it's just like, so you then just you're gonna have to do that on your hamsters and your rabbits, and and your fucking goldfish. Like, what are we doing here? Just chipping animals. Like, it's very, bruv, it's weird as hell, and it's just being suggested. There's no guarantee it's gonna go through, but again, it's putting a vibration out there, and that where they're going with these chips. It's basically gonna be in onto the people next. It says, what the measure has been hailed by British cat charities. Microchipping is by far the most effective and quickest way of identifying lost cats, and can help ease the pressure on rescue charities like Cats Protection. Without a microchip, a lost cat will most likely end up being rehomed to a new home, as there is often no trace of their original owner. Yeah, so it's basically just like, then they're just trying to be like, yo, it's just we're doing this for safety. We're doing this for for your peace of mind. We're doing it to basically make it so cats get the love they need, etc. But then what? It's bruh. I don't even like. There's some next shit. What these guys what Esau's trying to do is basically just be like the Most High, everything on track. You know what? Was it? There's one thinking. It says so what is it? Give not thought. I think it is. We think no. Because the wording I cannot remember off the top of my head. Oh. Oh. Nah. Because I know I'm mixing up. It's, okay. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Okay. Nah. But, okay, let me read this. Revelation 13 and 16, it says what? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So yeah, this is where it's going to. It's going to that mark and going out to everyone. Because now it's dogs, it's cats. Now it might be your pet rabbit, your pet ferret, your snake, your toad, your owl, your budgeria. Those are going to be the things that they're now saying, oh, get a chip implanted in them, keep them safe, keep them trackable, keep them traceable, keep it so you can, have the peace of mind when they go out. If your budgie flies out and ends up in, in Scotland, then, we're going to be able to get back to you. But then what if it becomes a standard? It was like, bruv, them going over to kids isn't, isn't a stretch. I can see that happening, very, very through certain kind of means. You might have like false flags of kids getting snatched up or whatever go down, and then just be like, okay, look, we're gonna say, and then even it could be a thing where it's like, oh, you might have to comply with certain things, when you go to school. This whole system, Esau's, he's got it set up how he desires it, how he wants it, and it's about prophecy, man. These things are coming, and that's why you're hearing it. That's why it's being mentioned in the news. It's progressive, man. And this one as well. Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Yeah, never trust thine enemy, because like iron rust, that's his wickedness. It says what? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take yet yet take good heed. Take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Rust ain't disappeared, man. That rust ain't gone. It's like, yo, you're still the same Esau Edom, same guy that's basically been been out here, pushing for your pushing for your objectives, and getting the minds of the people. Because that's really what it's like. That's why these things it's Esau presenting the world like there's all forms of terrors just out there waiting to completely take you by surprise, and the only means of safety is in him, man. Because really him like being like, okay, we're gonna trace all these animals. I'm like, bro, what are you trying to be? But this is what he's trying to be. 2 Thessalonians 2:4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Yeah, that's what Esau's trying to do. He's basically trying to sit there and be on some super level, and present himself like, yeah, I'm here, I'm out here, having it. So all these different factors and things are traceable by me. I can have them come to pass or not come. He's basically trying to make things move, like how the Lord has everything, under his power, basically moving as he desires. This is what Esau is in awe of and desires to have for himself. But it says what? Remember ye not when I said I was that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that ye might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he that now letteth will let until we be taken out of the way. Yeah, the mystery of iniquity had already worked. Esau was already there, being a menace. But then what? He wasn't revealed as as that wicked one. He was just known as the Roman back then. He was just another in a line of kingdoms that have been set up, to have power over Jake. But then it was what? Things needs to come to the fullness of the present time. And then what? And it says what? And then that wicked shall be revealed, whom the Most High shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all powers and signs and lying wonders. I think that Lord is actually talking about Yahweh Shai. Then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. And that's, that's part of Esau's power, that chip, man. Him being able to put out the order and basically have everyone say like, yo, you're going to have to comply with this system, where you're going to have to get this mark implanted in you, or you're basically going to be excommunicated. That's the funny thing. It's like, it's not just in the cat chipping thing. They're saying like, oh, it's not just, you have to microchip your cat. If you don't do it, you're getting a fine. There's punishments for not complying. You've got 21 days to get the shit sorted. And that's like what? The same thing with making a count of Israel is doing the census is something completely off according to the scriptures. Because this is what Esau trying to take all things under his control, trying to know all things, trying to be like Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But yeah, those are what? Lying wonders. It's a deceit. For you thinking like, oh, everything with Esau is gonna move as he desires. That's a deceit, man. You've been caught in the trap, of his Hollywood image. In reality, hey, you mess with it. You have it in the scriptures. What? Those that take the mark, they're gonna get grievous sores. They're gonna be tormented in the presence of the holy angels, man. That's how cold it's gonna be. Psalm 64:2 says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Yeah, these guys are shooting in secret at the perfect. This is all about coming against Israel, man. That's the main goal. That's the main objective. They're basically looking to do everything in their power to bring Jake into subjection. That's essentially it. But then what? The end result of that is gonna be what? You're gonna attempt it, and you're gonna get to certain levels with what you're trying to accomplish, but the fullness of it ain't gonna be found. Because why? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Hashem HaKadosh is covering Jake, man. He's going to be a covering onto what? Onto the elect. Not the least grain is going to fall, man. Every one of them is going to be saved from it. Some of them are going to have to, pass on this side. they're gonna have that, they're gonna have to die for that, for the word. But then what? Those who aren't, the Lord's gonna have them until they get raised up. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom. Yabashim Shabashim Kakadash Shalom.